Hi guys, welcome in. This is My Precious Yarnery. I'm Chantel. Angela is in bed today. So fun. This is just a little bit of an update and to let you guys know what's going on and why you might not see videos for a couple of days. Yesterday, Mom was making a video and it's ready to go and everything, and all of a sudden a blood vessel popped in her eye, and I mean, like, it goes from here, and you can watch it on the video, it goes all the way across. So she finished her video, didn't post it, she was just getting it all ready, and then she comes and gets me. I'm in bed because I worked until 2 a.m. This was at like 9 that she comes and gets me because I didn't fall asleep till like 6. She comes and gets me, and she says, I need you. And I'm like, okay, give me 2 minutes, I just need to wake up. Go downstairs, I look at her eye, and it's pretty gnarly. It almost looked like the blood was pooling so much at the bottom that there was a bump. So that's what concerned me. So we went and saw our neighbors because he used to be an EMT. And he's like, yeah, no, you need to go to the hospital. So he drove us to Digby to go to the hospital. Tom was at work, so I was kind of just taking care of everything. I didn't have my car here because Blake had the car to go to work, so we didn't have a way unless I called one of them, but luckily David said he would take us. So we go and we're waiting in the waiting room, and Mom just looks at me and goes, I don't feel good. And I'm like, what do you mean you don't feel good? And she's like, I feel foggy. I feel my head's fuzzy. And typically what that means is that she's having a seizure or going to have a seizure or has had a seizure. So I'm like, okay. I thought maybe she had a seizure because when I was watching the video before we left, I watched her video that she recorded, and she was kind of like looking around a lot, and she would stop talking and then continue. And I'm like, okay, maybe she had a seizure while she was recording, but that's not the case because we looked at it again when we got home later that night, me and Tom, and he's like, she's just fumbling for her words, which is normal. And I'm like, okay, so she didn't have a seizure at home. Well, while we were in triage, we walked into triage and she had a seizure. And I mean, like, we walked into triage and she looked at the nurse and said, I'm having a seizure. Like, I'm having a seizure right now. And she's just kind of shaking. She doesn't have grand mal seizures. She hasn't had a grand mal in over 10 years. So it's the silent seizures, and she shakes when she's scared and when she's nervous. So she's kind of shaking, and she was crying. And I got her calmed down, and immediately they got us into a room, which it's supposed to be like a 6 to 8 hour wait for that emergency room because they're very small. They don't have a lot of doctors out here. There was one doctor, and even then, they got us into a room right away just in case she had another one. And then we sat there and waited. She fell asleep, which is good. Then she woke up and she looks in. She's like, "What are we doing?" And I said, "We're getting your eye checked out because I can't freak her out when she's post seizure. They call it post ictal. Is when they're very tired and lethargic and your body hurts, and because even though she's not having a grand mal, it still triggers the sensations of like your muscles twitching, so your body hurts a lot. So I just said, we're getting your eye looked at. And really, to be 100% honest, I would not have taken her to the hospital if it was just a seizure, because we deal with them all. Like, we deal with them here. I give her a pill, we take her to bed. She's fine. But the eye scared me more than anything. If anybody knows anything about me, they know that I have big trauma when it comes to eyes. And it was the same eye. It was her left. So it's the same eye that I have all the issues with mine. And I wasn't chancing anything. I knew it was a popped blood vessel, but it was the way that it was bubbled that scared me. So I'm like, okay, we got to go to the hospital. We got to go get this looked at. So she may have been stressed out because she was at the hospital, because stress is a big trigger for her for seizures. So got in there, she calmed down. Eventually Tom, so sorry, I'm still tired. I'm not sleeping a lot lately. So we get her there. Tom comes, and we're just sitting there waiting for the doctor, and he's talking to us. And I said to him, we're just only reason I brought her was because of her eye. If it was just a seizure, I would have kept her at home because we know how to deal with those. We've been dealing with them for years. I give her a pill. I put her in bed. She's fine. She's sore. She's tired. She's done for the day, but she's okay. And he's like, okay. He's like, so when this happens, when she has a seizure, you typically give her a pill. I said, yes, which is what we were directed by her doctor in Ontario when we were still there, is that if she has a seizure or she feels one coming on, to give her another pill, and that should help prevent it. It doesn't work all the time, but it makes it so it's not as bad. And he's like, okay, so give her one of her pills now then, and then we're going to do some blood work. So they did her blood work. They wanted to check her electrolytes and like everything. And then they're also checking her medication levels, but that has to get sent away because the hospital we were at doesn't have the machine that can check for those levels. So that's getting sent to Yarmouth. I had to think of the town. That's getting sent to Yarmouth, and then he said if anything comes back, like if it's too high or it's too low, then he'll call us. But we haven't heard anything yet. So, yeah, that's what we've been doing. That's what we did. And then I had to work until 2 a.m. Yeah, so I got 3 hours of sleep, up all day at the hospital. I think I had like little 5-minute naps here and there. Came home. We were home by like 4:15. I had like a 45-minute nap. Then I went to bed. Then I went to work. 5:30 till 2 a.m. And I passed out last night. And then I didn't wake up today until 2:30 p.m. Went and checked on Mom. She's okay. Her eye looks, and even the doctor said it looks a lot worse than it is. It looks like the whole white of her eye is red. To me, it looks cool, but I mean, whatever. He said it looks a lot worse than it actually is. They're giving her antibiotic drops just to be safe so that there's no infection. And then we also got a prescription for Ventolin for her because her asthma's been acting up with the allergies. So we got that too. But she's okay. Everything's fine. She'll be okay. It's just she needs a couple of days to rest. I haven't seen her freak out during a seizure before in a long time. So she needs a couple of days to just relax and get back. She wanted to dye yarn yesterday. That didn't happen. I told her that she's banned from the yarn dyeing room until at least Saturday because then TJ's home. Or Tom. I don't know what you guys call him. I've always called him TJ or T. Mom calls him Tom or Thomas. So if you hear TJ, I'm talking about the same person. But I want him to be home if she's going to be in the dyeing room, especially because I'm not up a lot in the mornings. I work late. Tonight I work again until 2 a.m. And then tomorrow and Saturday I work until 12:30 a.m. So my schedule's all over the place. And with us doing markets, so sorry. With us doing markets, I'm staying up for work and then waking up at like between 6 and 7 in the morning to go do a market and then staying up for the rest of the day and the rest of the night because I have to work until either 2 a.m. or 12:30 p.m. or 12:30 a.m. So sleep is a vicarious monster for me lately. But I just wanted to give you guys an update on what's going on. She's really excited about the markets. We both are. We're both really excited. And we've got into... we're both keeping our eyes out for as many as possible because I would love to make markets like my full-time income. Around here, I don't know if that's possible, but I can always, I'm not going to quit my job for now. Like I'll keep going with markets and my job and my full-time job. I might be coming back to YouTube. I might be doing market videos. I have the camera coming tomorrow. I bought like a vlogging camera. So you might see more on my channel. But I think we're also going to post clips on Mom's channel, like on My Precious Yarnery. And yeah. I am so sorry. My goodness. I think we have, let's see, we have the 29th, we're at Quilts by the Bay in Digby. On the 6th, we're in Annapolis Royale for the big Christmas craft fair there. We'll be in the Legion, I believe. Pretty sure the Legion might be switching to the Fire Hall depending on if I hear anything. But right now we're in the Legion. And then on the 13th, we're in Coldbrook for another market. So basically we have 2 weekends off and then we're on for 3. So we'll get those done, and I got to work on some inventory. And then I have an order from somebody that I know from Twitch. She's a Twitch streamer, and she wants me to make so she has a jellyfish that is modeled after Ursula from My Little Mermaid. Now I'm gonna make her 2 jellyfishes that are like Flotsam and Jetsam, Ursula's little companion eel guys. Then I'm going to make her an Ariel. I'm going to make her a flounder. And then she also wants a tapestry. It's like a Ouija board tapestry that she wants for the background of her stream. So I'm going to make that for her too. Hopefully I can get those done soon-ish. I have a couple of things I need to make for markets, and then I'm going to start working on those because I think I'll be okay for inventory while I work on those. But yeah. So yeah, thank you so much for listening. I know I look like a poo, but that's okay. It's been a long couple days. I'm tired. I'm sleepy. But thank you so much. Mom will see you in a couple of days. If you have any well-wishing, you can always post on the Facebook community page or the YouTube community page. She does read all of her comments as much as she can. Yeah. So thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a great day. Bye.